What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out XLM, so hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I appreciate it. Sorry about taking off yesterday. I had a crazy busy day at work the day before, and I actually just slept all day, had the day off, so it was just a time for rest and recovery. And I mean, we had some levels to the downside for XLM for almost, every crypto, right? If you're not just an XLM holder, you knew the sentiment that stablecoin dominance looked bullish, right? We were talking about a correction. We were talking about this, finishing up this correction right here, right, to finish up our setup, right? Our setup, trying to finish this up, right? We're still in our channel. We're actually right above the September open. And then we still have some levels to the downside. Okay, so pardon me, this 32.2 is actually not the weekly 618. 32.2. I got that through, just in case, I'm just doing a follow-up. So to make sure that everyone kind of knows what's going on, right? The 32.2, it's right at that 2272. Okay, it's right at that 2272. It's a pretty steep correction, right? I mean, if we're being honest, it's a pretty steep correction, okay? And then it's at that 1618. So it was a double confirmation, and then I just lined it up with the 1618, and then this is at the 1272. So we're still. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying it. A lot of people are saying that the bear market is here, bull market is over. Guess what they were doing through here? Guess what they were doing through here? Guess what they were doing through here? Right? They were saying the same things. You can go back to X, type in XLM, and just look through, right? All through here, everything, right? Bull market's over, bear market's here. Bull market's over, bear market's here. And so right now we are at our September open. We do have we have 5 waves down. I mean, we really do. We have 5 waves down. We have like your 1, 2. This is on the daily too. 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5th looks pretty truncated, right? It did close lower than the 3rd, but if we were to put this, let's invert it. I like doing it inverted. I don't know why. I feel like partial Spider-Man over here, upside down. All right, let's try to see where we're at. We at least need to get to the 1. I mean, you can get to a truncated 5th to your 786. So let's see where we got from there. So we got the low to the high, back down to the low. Yeah, I mean, and that 33 cent is right at that 786. I don't think this is done yet, and I'll validate that with other things, right? We're just looking at price action, right? Right. So coming down to here, maybe wicking down, and reversing. And then slamming down, because this is I mean, if you have it inverted, right, this would look super bearish. If you were doing this, you're like, okay, on this next tap, right? I mean, if you want to go look up a bearish pennant, right, bearish versus bullish pennant, this is exactly what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. You slam down, right, bounce. You typically have 1, 2, 3. Then you go. That's how it typically works, right? It's all probabilities, it's all percentages, right? Nothing is guaranteed. I'm not a financial advisor. I could just be, on my rocker, right? I mean, it's just when you have assets that are so manipulated, right? Anything and everything. It's Murphy's law. It's Murphy's law at this point. If you don't know what Murphy's law is, it's if it can go wrong, it will go wrong, right? And so that's just kind of the principle that's at hand right now. So we are in this channel. We are above our September open. So what's the rules, right? What's the rules? We're above a level. I know this is yellow. I know, and this is red. I mean, I could put this as yellow. Because it has acted as a area of resistance. Right, so we target up here, right, 37. We got to get above here. I just think, in bullish scenarios, you can come down to the mid. Oh, dang it. I did that out of order. Sorry about that. We already had a cross between our 50 and our 1, or 50, the 20 and the 50. Right, if we get this cross like this, like that, then yeah, we're gonna see like that 32-cent mark. Yeah, that 32 cent, another, 10%. I mean, 10% on XLM, that's a lot for other assets. So for the Fu Manchu, we had some bearish divergence on the Fu Manchu. We had bearish divergence. Our momentum right now, we're still forming a higher low. Okay, no green dot yet, but we're pretty oversold. I mean, we're pretty oversold. Let's just keep it real. We're pretty oversold. That doesn't mean the correction's over. It just could mean that, maybe today close green, and then over the weekend we bleed out, something like that. Bleed out until Monday, like a slow bleed to kind of drive everyone crazy. Because those are the worst, right? Yeah, this hurts, but it's ripping off the Band-Aid, right? When you slow bleed, it's like you're inching off the Band-Aid one at a time, and you feel it pulling off every single hair. It's just get it over with. At least that's my opinion, right? I mean, until there's 3 levels, there's 4 levels that we got to get above. I mean, there's a lot of work to do. We were saying it right here, like, you know what? We didn't get above. Look down. And then especially like through here when you couldn't stay. Well, the gatekeeper was actually up at this 39 cent, right? So we couldn't hold it, especially right here. It was like, this was like, okay, this is it. That's your B wave. But yeah, so we got 4 areas of resistance, right? So the first area, 42.60. Second area, moving average. Third area, sell side wall on the RSI. Fourth area, 51.55. I mean, a lot. So my theory is, in order to get out of this, we're gonna have to drop and then V shape. I mean, it's something like this. It's something like this, right? Where you kind of drop, right? You drop, you kind of come up a little bit, trickle, and then you're gone. No playing around, no funny business, right? Just you got to get out of there. Got to get out of there, right? You're making vertical moves. So, I do think it's something like this where you're coming up, right? You're gonna come up and then find one more low, and then go. I do, especially over the weekend. It's gonna finish bearish, I believe. It's gonna finish bearish, but I mean, we have 5 waves down. We didn't get to. But the thing is, the 5th wave, we didn't get to at least to the 786. You try to get to the 1, have a completed 5th. Didn't get there yet. When I show you stablecoin dominance, you'll understand a little bit why. In terms of the 8-hour, I mean, I had this on the 8-hour, and it just tanked. Tanked, right? Tank. And typically these are, right, when you're coming up like this, typically you can bounce off, boom, and go. But this is a pennant, and what did we do after we interacted with the top? We just slammed down, right? So we have to start paying attention on the daily once we interact with either side, right? If we come back up here like this, it's like, all right, what are we doing right here? Are we getting ready to slam down? So if you want my honest opinion, I kind of want to just come down here. I want to do this, because then it's like, okay, we've trickled our way, we've oscillated our way to the lows, right? You kind of come up, you kind of come down, kind of come up, kind of come down, because it's going to be over. Let's try to be somewhat depicted of accurate, right? Kind of come up. What's today? Kind of come up, kind of come down over like Saturday. All right. Kind of come up. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill this thing. Death to me, right? Kind of come down Saturday. Kind of come up on Sunday a little bit, maybe a little bit. Finish it on Monday, and then you can actually like get the heck out of Dodge. and then use this, and then go something like that. This isn't to scale, right? But that's something I'd want to see for price action. Just rip through these areas of resistance, rip through them, rip through the 382, use it as support, get the heck out of Dodge. That's kind of what I would want. I don't want to see us do this, right? I don't want to see us do this, like just trickle up like this, like slowly, like that, because then you're weak into sell side wall. That's not ideal. You gotta rip through it. So we are finding support at the September open. You know, do we have lows? We still have our lows here. Yeah, I just think we take out the lows. I know I'm not really looking at a lot of indicators, but if I'm being honest, a lot of the indicators overall, right, they're bearish. They're bearish. A lot of them are bearish, and a lot of them have been, fakey. You know, fake out here, fake out there, fake out here, fake out there. Yeah, I mean, you got a green dot here, kind of going sideways. We did get oversold. We did break out, but we're kind of back testing this area. So yeah, I mean, XLM out of all the assets has looked the strongest. Out of all the assets I own, XLM looks the strongest, and I'm glad because it's my biggest holding. It is. It's my biggest holding. I'm glad that it looks stronger, but if it does drop down through here, I'll probably add a little bit, just because I'm still in for so much lower, but it's at a fair value price, right? You're at a fair value, and relative to where I think it's going. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but I would think about adding, which I probably would add, because it's just, you got to, in my opinion, when something's at fair value, or you're undervalue, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially when we're in a bull market, and I still think we are. I'm not buying the noise. This right here looks bearish, right? This right here looks bearish. I'm telling you right now, this right here looks bearish. I know, I'm just looking at it more and more, and just looks bad. Look at that. Invert it. You think, now, what do you think now? Right? When you do this, what do you think now? You're like, oh crap. When you see something like this, like you're just kind of just getting ready to go and do that. That's what it looks like to me. Right? That's what it looks like to me. Potato, right? You could have your own outlook on that. We're coming right up to the moving average. Right, it's right at the 4260, so that's a double resistance right at the same line. Yeah, we're getting ready to do something like that, in my opinion. That means today won't close green. I was thinking today might close green. We're below all the EMAs on the 4 hour, the 8 hour. Whoa, we had the death cross on the 8 hour. And typically, actually, on the death cross on the 8 hour is more prevalent than the death cross on the daily. Because the death cross on the daily almost signifies like the move is completely over. I mean, you still tanked like that, but that was after everything, right? That was like after everything. That's like the move is pretty much done. So, I mean, if we're getting into the weeds, it's always a possibility. Always a possibility. So make sure to have a plan. Make sure to stick to your plan. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly, right? Where we are at the weekly. All right, this doesn't need to be up here. This is for my daily. Okay. Right, if we start closing candles below the 618, if we close a candle below the 618, then I'm like, okay, it's might be a little bit bad. Might be a little bit bad. Last time we did kind of find support around the 1. Where's the 1 at? 25. That's actually right around my entrance. It's at 23.25. It's like down through here. Right down through here. I was a little bit underwater through here, but I was like, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. But right. I would be adding a lot. So that's the reason why, and this is my plan, right? I'm going to tell you my plan. So I would add a little bit here. I would add a little bit here because I would expect us to bounce, right? Just a little bit, add a little bit. and then that'll probably raise my average, but it's all good. And then the last case scenario, I'm going to see how we interact with the 50, and then I can always add down through here. And the reason why I'm doing that, and not saying, oh, I'm just selling everything, is because long-term capital gains tax, right? I'm trying to get that long-term capital gains tax, trying to not pay all my earnings back to the government. I don't think a lot of people like doing that. I don't like doing that, so but I'm okay with it. I think crypto is going to be something big in the future anyway. So, oh, silver's at 45 bucks. Let's go. This got hammered. BTOG. This is a little play. It's actually affiliated with Doge. So I like it. I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to go over to U.S. stablecoin dominance. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we were tracking this. It broke through everything. I mean, it broke through everything. I'm going to be honest. It broke through everything without measure, right? I mean, it just obliterated everything. And you know what? It is what it is, right? There's nothing we can do about it. It was looking bullish for a while. And we were saying that. We're like, hey, it looks pretty bullish. We have some levels of resistance, and it just melted up. Once it kind of got through here, it just melted up. This is an area where through up here, I'm looking to hopefully reject off the 200. That'd be ideal. But that would still indicate more upside. More upside, right? Because you don't, right? I mean, you have the 618, it's at 684. Overall, this is a bearish pattern, but I mean, you can still interact with the top, right? Let's not act like this is impossible and then come back down. You still have a lower high. Still have a lower high. Right, still have a lower high. Okay, but still, I mean, it's brutal. All the stars were aligned. Bitcoin dominance was at its levels. This was getting close, but it just couldn't stay. It didn't want to finish up. It's a fake out, super fake out, but it is what it is. We're still in it. So we'll come up with. I'll kind of work on it and come up with a new thesis. But right now we are getting some bearish divergence, right? We're getting bearish divergence for sure. 673, 672. Wait, it was through here, right? Through here. Like if you're thinking about this right here, because you have a lower high, right? Lower high, and then a higher price, right? So down through here, you're just losing a little bit of momentum. So, right, we'll see what we do with this. If I'm being honest, I've just been looking. Oh, I found this. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now. I found this bars pattern, and it was actually right before this last big drop. It was actually through here, I believe. Yeah, it was through here. I kind of went crazy and then started to drop down. So it kind of looks like this right here. Being honest, it kind of looks like this. All right, so kind of run up. And it doesn't have to be to scale, it's just an idea. You kind of came down and it came down, then you ran up, came down, and then started to really go. Ran up, came down, went, right? And you're kind of just chopping now, going sideways. Right, that's maybe us moving up a little bit, right? Getting a little relief rally. And then, boom. Take the high again, so we would get a new low. And so yeah, that's that. We're above every single EMA. Right, above every single EMA. I mean, it looks bullish. It looks bullish. On the 4 hour though, this is the highest 4 hour we've had since. Well, April was a little bit higher. We went higher than June. Right, than our June high. But April was way higher. And then the 8 hour, this is the highest we've been, right? We got higher. We got more overbought here than we did in April. I mean, look how low we went down through here. So, you got overbought, and then tanked, right? So you got overbought, and then tanked. You got super overbought. I mean, it is what it is, right? You got overbought like crazy, And so now we're looking to absolutely tank. So once we lose this moving average, then we'll see. Let's see what we got here, right? Let's see what we got here. And once you lose this, because this is a pretty steep, I'm not even gonna. Let's see if we bounce. Let's just see if we bounce, right? Because now you got like honestly, I'd just leave that right there. I just want to see if you bounce off this, right? So that means you would bounce off relatively soon. So let's put this just to the 8. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I got for stablecoin dominance. That's what I got for XLM. You know, this went like crazy too. This went crazy. This is stablecoin dominance plus Bitcoin dominance. This is crossing below the moving average. Do we have 652, 6581? All right, so it's not bearish divergence. Not bearish divergence at all. What about on the 4-hour? You got to close a 6581, 6578. Nope, not bearish divergence. 6514. Nope, no bearish divergence. That's not great. That's not great, but you are overbought. The last time we were overbought on the 4-hour. So up through here in August, and we tanked, and then the last one was over here in June, and of course we tanked. All right, same levels, a little bit higher, a little bit higher in June. What about April? A little bit higher in April, but it's synonymous with being overbought. Is synonymous with, you know, typically it's a reversal sign. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. We still think a little bit lower. I don't buy this whole area yet, right? I mean, look at this. We bounced right on our level. I mean, you can't make this up. Just like taunting everybody. I mean, is it a coincidence? I don't think so. I don't think these things are coincidences. Same thing with stablecoin dominance. I mean, it came up, and did I get rid of? Oh, it's not on here. 637. Where is it? We were bouncing right at 637. I mean, all right here is 637. It's not on the 4-hour, but I mean, just taunting you, right? Just, or me at least, taunting people who have been tracking this. Right? People like me, like, haha, you lose again. It's like, no, not yet. Maybe the battle, but not the war. So that's what I got for XLM. If you liked today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I know it's hard. Perseverance is shaped and formed in days of adversity, right? In days of when there's little to no hope, right? But just sticking to yourself and, right, sticking to your plans and, you know, staying the same, right? So be level-headed. If you make a decision, stick to your decision. If you have a plan, stick to your plan, all right? Don't act on emotions. Days like today are a good day to get a plan together. I've been talking about this, just having plans when it's kind of not a lot's going on, okay? So if you like today's video, please hit that like button like I said. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Peace.